Welcome to the edition of Let's Play Farming Simulator 2013 on the Bayern Farm. Alright guys, we got a couple things going on today. First of all, let me just point out the obvious fact. We have $160,000 now. That is only from selling pigs. So I end up selling all of the pigs just because they replenish extremely quickly. So I didn't feel too bad about just selling them all right off the bat. But I did find a new place to sell the pigs thanks to Implematic. He said that there's another place you can sell pigs, and it is way better. Holy cow. It is so much better to sell pigs there, with my rig at least. Let me just show you what I'm talking about. So right here, you can sell pigs as well. This is right by Field 31 right here, and it's basically a market, we'll call it. But look at this entrance. This is so much nicer. You just drive straight through here, and you can turn around, but my truck's a bit wide, so I kind of go out that way, which isn't a proper way, but it allows me to do it with course. But can you actually walk in here? I doubt it. No. It is a butchery, so it's not the nicest place. Let me show you what I mean. Like, it's a pretty detailed map, and so much so that there are pig carcasses in there. So, yeah. But I appreciate the detail the person put in, but, you know, sometimes you just want to see those types of things. Anyways, so this guy's going to go ahead and just sell the pigs. We have 59 pigs there. I'm just going to go ahead and let him do his thing, and he'll just return back to the start point, and he won't go anywhere because we don't have any pigs left anymore. Alright, we also have our... what is this? Let's go take a quick peek. Can I identify it? Yes, it's wheat. It looks so strange, but it's wheat. Alright, let's go ahead and hire a worker there. And is he going to be... is he dropping it? No. Alright, I think it's M, I want to say. Yes, perfect. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get that guy started. Oh, what's that? I was like, why is there a shadow right there? So I'm going to get that combine going on here while our Ford is doing his thing. He's currently just set to unload the combine right there. Now, let me just take a quick peek actually. Field 39, how much was that again? 200? Yeah. 37 was... we're actually pretty close to getting enough money for Field 39, actually. How many fields do we actually have? I think we only have one field at this current time. Yeah, we only have just the one. Could get 34, which is back there. We could get 35, which is where? 35, way back in there. Are there any other fields we can get that are close to our place? Field 2. Nope, that's too far away. 37's too far away. What about 36? Nope. Can't get that one. 28? No, we're pretty close to 28 actually. And 42 I suppose is super expensive. Yeah. That makes sense though. It's a huge field, so that'd be a nice field to get though. But we are trying to focus primarily on animals. Oh man. But let's do this. Where's my JCB? Is he just chilling out? Good. What we're gonna do is one of the things we wanted to do was to get the where is it here? We wanted to get a bigger slurry spreader. Where are we here? Oh, also got this new mod. It's pretty nice. It's for fertilizer or lime, and I don't know what calc is. Not sure. Anyways, here we are. What we were thinking about getting was the Zune hammer. We do have a tractor that's big enough, and it is larger than what we currently have. But we really only have one field at this particular time, but I do want to get it anyways because I've never bought it before, and it's a pretty cool little mod. How much is... that's 22, 23. We don't need this because our seeder already cultivates, so it's not a big deal. And that's for the Zune hammer dock. I'm pretty sure you can load this straight from... I have to think. I'm not sure about that, actually, now that I think about it. Because you should be able to load it straight from where you liquid slurry place. And I'm just not sure if you can or not, actually. I don't remember. I want to say you can without having to use the... I want to say you can without having to use the docking station. Because I will show you the docking station, but if I don't have to use it, I definitely won't. Let's say that. Do we take... Yeah, let's just take the risk and see what happens. If all else fails, we can always just... I'm going to keep this one just in case then. I was going to sell it, but just in case, we're going to go ahead and keep it. Because as much as I like spreading slurry myself, I am terrible at it. In comparison to Courseplay, at least. Alright, so we've got the Zune Hammer. Let's go ahead and buy that. That does drop our money down a little bit, but I'm not too worried about that. Alright, so there it is right there, with the lights on apparently. Alright, let's take a little quick peek at this. This is the Zune Hammer, and it is a bit finicky. I seem to recall having to hook it up in a very funny way last time I used it. Let's just hook it up there. Where is it here? V. There we go. Attach PTO. There we go. Perfect. Oh, that looks not quite in the right spot, but not too bad. So this is the Zune Hammer here. I don't think you can do anything around the back. But as you see, it's got hookups from the back for stuff. Pretty cool little rig. And turn on. Arm up, arm down. No, we don't need to do that. We are going to test to see if we can just fill it straight from a thing. Actually, I didn't even realize this matches nicely together too. Huh. Yellow and yellow. That's funny. Alright, let's just... I'm pretty sure you can. Pretty sure. Honestly, don't want to have to do this manually. Do you actually absolutely need the dock? Oh, that's annoying. Looks like you do. Erg. Did not want to have to do that. Maybe if I get closer? What about under this one? Alright, that's not going to work then. Very unfortunate for me, I suppose. Very unfortunate. Apparently I can't drive today. I'm having troubles driving. Oh my goodness. Alright, can I do it? Oh man, I should be able to. What is it? Alright, lower the arm. This is meant for more realistic, apparently. Oh no, it works. But I have to lower the arm? It's not terrible, I guess. I wonder if Courseplay will automatically do that, though. My guess is no. But at least we know it does work. You fill straight from there without having the docking station. That's good. Alright, so that was just a little test to see if that worked or not. As you can see, this is a pretty complex little thing. So let me just show you what I was doing there. I was lowering this arm right here. And what you do is you lower the arm and it goes into the docking station. So, how much is that? 3,800? Yeah, I guess we can buy that. Oh no, we want the Zune Hammer docking station. Oh man, comfortable docking at the Manura BNB KER. I think it's supposed to be bunker. Is not the only advantage. This time saving, especially for clearly optimized hygiene situation for further reasons. Cool. So let's buy. Do we need that? No, that's for the front, I think. It increases. Speaks for low maintenance, cost-efficient distribution of liquid manure despite the higher loss of nutrients compared to the slep hose or grubber. This distribution is very popular amongst customers. Okay, cool. What else do we got here? We don't want that because it actually reduces it. It reduces the width, but it makes it more efficient. So I don't know if it's worth it or not. That, I have no idea what that does. Let me just show you the docking station, though. I'm pretty sure I can pick this up with a 3 points. Let's buy that, and let's buy some hose. Just so I can show you what it looks like. Let's reset that, and reset that. Alright, so let's raise this little arm here. And let's drive around the back here, because I'm assuming it's in the back, where it gets reset. And I'll show you how this is supposed to work, at least. Alright. Yeah, I can pick that up. Let me just open up this door here, like so. Whoops, 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 whoops. Oh well. I'm just gonna, I guess I'll put it in there. And I should, quote unquote, be able to pick up this docking station, I believe, with my 3-point hitch in the front of this. Yes, you can. It doesn't move around very nicely though. And also with this hose right here, I should be able to just to pick it up, so like that. So the idea is, where is it? So there, you can hook that hose up there like that. And then you're supposed to be able to hook this up to something else, but we don't really need to in this particular map. But it's pretty cool how you can do that. And I think you can, there, you can put the hose right there too. So it looks kind of cool actually. Alright, now let's take this docking station to where we pick up our liquid manure. And I'll show you what this is supposed to, how this is supposed to work. I'm assuming this is a German map. Well, I know it's a German map, but I think a lot of maps kind of work well with this. I think you can, I'm not sure actually. Do I need the hose? Let's just test it out. Let's pick it up. I think you can do this, but I'm not sure. So you hook it up to there, and I'm going to grab the other end, and it looks like, no, I can't hook it up to there. No. Well, you're supposed to be able to hook it up to some, it's only some places have the capability of doing this, so I'm not that surprised that it doesn't work properly. So the idea is, let me just do it. I think this is, I'm pretty sure this is the way it works. So you're supposed to be able to drive up, and then you're supposed to be able to lower your little arm. It helps if you line up properly. There. Supposed to lower your arm, and it's supposed to go inside of the little tube there. So it's supposed to go inside here. I don't know if I can do anything. That didn't do what I wanted to do. Oh well, so that little thing right there is supposed to go into there, and that's supposed to hook up to your manure, basically. That's how it's supposed to work. But, as you can see, doesn't work as I would have liked, at least. Oh well. There you go. Technically, you can actually hook this up to the trailer too, and have it as a. You can hook up to the trailer, and you can make it so it picks up from where is it? This thing right here. So you can have the pipe go from this to the Zune hammer as well. But for now, we're not going to do that. I'm just going to pick this docking station up. I wasn't sure if it was going to work on this map. It should. It should have worked. Or maybe I'm just doing it wrong. I don't know. I honestly don't use this mod very much. Just because it's a little too complex for the way I play. And that's primarily because I use courseplay a lot. So let's just stick it over here for the time being. Maybe I'll play with it. If I get it working properly, I'll show you guys on camera once. Alright. Well, that was not as efficient, not as effective. I guess I could fill this guy up while I'm here. It's not as good as I wanted it to be, basically. It's what it boils down to. It is still pretty cool, though. Not nearly as cool as the other one we had in the Serbian farm. This bad boy right here. This one was pretty darn cool. But, oh well. So the other things that come with this is the doer distributor. That helps to make it a bit more efficient. There's this, which is the front dock. Oh, coffee's good. Yeah, so this, the way it's supposed to work is you're supposed to be able to use this, goes into the docking station, and then from there you're supposed to be able to, I think this is the docking station for, let's just buy this too. Might as well. Let's just test these things out today. Alright. Oh yeah, you can't just go and unattach things, so V. There we go. That's the one thing that threw me off the very first time I was playing it. I'm like, I couldn't attach it. I'm like, why can't I attach this thing? And I had the hardest time trying to figure out, because there's no, because it's all in German as well. It's like trying to figure out these types of little things. It's like, oh, is this how this works? Is this how this works? And it's like, no, not at all. Now I should, quote unquote, be able to pick this up with the 3-point on the back of my tractor, now that I have my weight in the front. And maybe it's this. Yes, there we go. As you can see, this thing is pretty heavy. So maybe it must be this that attaches to it. So let's just see if it works properly or not. But it is a pretty heavy station. Like, this is a big tractor, and as you saw, it actually lifted up the back of this tractor, the front of this tractor a little bit. Like, could you imagine this is a 300 horsepower tractor, and it kind of just, the amount of weight that's in the front of this tractor is enormous. Like, but it still has the refill docking station. Why don't, what, really? I wonder what that's supposed to do. Wow, that's a bit odd. Somehow I don't think that's supposed to happen like that. I wonder what happens says. Let's just bring it forward a little bit. Let's just see. Huh, interesting. Place here for operation mode. Okay. Well, there you go. Now it's in operation mode. Alright, so maybe, let's just go over here and check this out. I guess this is attached now. Alright, let's just give this a go. Oh, okay, so now, so see this right here? This is, this will connect to your truck, I believe now. Let's just test this out. And that's part of the manure. That's part of the pack as well. It has that little texture there. So what happens is, when you get the little texture, you're supposed to be able to fill up, I believe. But, like I said, I'm not a complete expert on this particular mod. But I do think it's really cool. Alright, let's get out and hook it up. Or let's move forward a little bit. Attach PTO, there we go. Alright, now let's give this attempt number 2. Now it should be able to work this time, so. I thought it was the other docking station, but I guess it's this one, so. Maybe I'm just mixing them all up, I don't know. Now let's just test. Test. No. Oops. Like I said, my backing up skills are not up to snuff today. Alright, let's just line it up here and see if we can't get it. So let's lower this. Oh my goodness, I really am terrible at this today. Maybe I should slow it down. There we go. I don't make my... So now I can refill it. That's quite a big range now. Yeah, I can still refill it all here. Wow, that's crazy. Alright, so let's actually try and get this in here now. So, now if I... Could you imagine trying to do this inside? Okay, there we go. Now if I lower it... Technically that's inside. I don't know if I need to, what was it, Z and X? So you can raise and lower it as you need to. But I think this is actually for the, now that I remember, this is actually for the other one, but you're supposed to be able to connect it and stuff like that, so it's pretty cool. Pretty darn cool. Anyways, I have a feeling this won't work the way I want it to with Courseplay. Just a feeling. But it is still pretty cool. We actually don't need... So this right here, this one doesn't work with it, I guess. But I think it must be the other one. But you're supposed to be able to just go pop it in there and then do it. But oh well. We're going to find out if it works with Courseplay soon enough. So, alright, let's go check on our combine. And he is not moving at all because this guy is not moving. That's embarrassing. All that time chit-chatting and trying to figure that out, and our combine is not moving at all. Oh well. Is our combine even full? No. Let's just do this. And then keep the other guy out of the way once he comes back. Alright. Okay, so let me just, I might as well just fill this up now. And then I'll show you what it looks like once it's, well, when it's distributing liquid manure. It's pretty cool, actually. I should have released, like, bought it beforehand and figured it out again, because I did figure it out at one point in time, like, oh, that's really cool, and then I just totally forgot about it because it was just something I didn't want to fiddle with, is what it really boiled down to in the end. Unfortunately. That's probably, well, might as well just fill up all the way. So this has a 20-meter space. Now, I wonder, because we have this like this, I wonder. Should probably look where I'm going here. Alright, so, let me just show you what it looks like. Let's come back here. It is a really cool looking mod, though. I have to admit that. I don't like it as much as the Profi, the bigger one that we had before, but it's still pretty nifty. So let's just... It's funny, that was a situation where I could have paused, figured it out, and come back, but I don't ever really pause. I think I paused the video once, I think. Anyway, so this is what it looks like when you're spraying. It's got a really cool spraying effect, as you can see. And even cooler is the fact that, as you can see, it actually does it in a V pattern, which is pretty nifty. And I do like that. I wonder. And you can get different attachments for it too, like I showed you. You can get the attachment which makes it 15 meters and makes it more, what's the word I'm looking for? It does make it more efficient, apparently, so. But the fact that you can do, look at this. Look at the detail in this. I can raise, lower it. I had to lower the arm. It's awesome. You can actually get an attachment that goes in the front of the tractor, which allows you to refill from, what is it? This container, I believe it is. And it's pretty sweet. I'm not going to buy it and show you, but the way it works is pretty cool. Is that combine moving really fast? Not really. Just seems like he's moving really fast. And I'm just kind of curious. Let me just see what this looks like. So this is the nearest path. So that's what it looks like. Oh, that looks so cool. Okay. It's got a beautiful... Look at that fan effect. Oh my goodness, that's awesome. It does go through liquid manure like there's no tomorrow, mind you, so... Jeez. That looks really cool. Okay. Well, I'm kind of glad we bought it now. But I will have to figure something out with Courseplay and whatnot, because this is not going to work very well with Courseplay. So let's just see. Let's see what happens if I bring it out over here. Let's just see where it... Let's just see how this works with Courseplay. So this should be the refill route, technically. It might just work fine. If that weren't in the way. Huh. Alright, so let's do this. I'm just going to drop the front weight right here, just for the time being. And I'm going to go pick up that docking station. Because this might work perfectly fine without it. Ooh, that looks terrible. Really? Okay, well, I'll have to reset that. What happened there was the docking station actually, I'll show you. The docking station got stuck behind this bench, and there's no way that you're going to get that out of there after that. That's ridiculous. Oh, man. So let's get the weight back on, and let me just reapproach this area once again. And I'm just curious to see whether it actually will refill or not, because, oops, just see if it will refill or not. Excuse me, using courseplay. I think it will. For some reason, I have the feeling that it will, but I'm not 100%, so that is why I'm testing this out, to see if it does indeed function as I would like it to. Alright, so it's turning in the opposite direction. Nope. Oh man, this is always the problem with figuring out new toys, like this one for example, because it doesn't always work as intended. Like for example, when we got the new cedar, we basically had to do something similar. Nope, I want to go the other way. We had to do something similar just to see if it would let's just see. No, it doesn't stop. Maybe it would have to set a weight point there or something. Yeah, I have a feeling that's what we'll have to do. So, because this arm doesn't go down by itself, it probably doesn't work with courseplay very well. But if as soon as I lower the arm, it works perfectly fine. So I'm just going to try something and record a new course. Get 1 egg, that's good enough. And what I'll do this time is when it's at the right point, I'll set it so it sets a waiting point. And when you do an overloader, for example, and you set a wait point, the arm comes out. So I'm just curious as to whether this would work the same way or not. So that's what I'm kind of testing right now. Let's turn around like so. Perfect. And let's take it back out here. So if this does work, I'll just use this course, but I have a feeling it's not going to work as I want it to, at least. Alright, so let's just see. Let's save this as F38 Filfert version 2. Oof, can't talk there, apparently. Alright, so let's just pretend and make a course here. So, outline, and this is a 20 southwest heading north, return to first point, yes. Yeah, sure. Headlands, 1 lane before, generate course, and then what I'll do is I'll add it to the other course, and let's just see how this works. So, I'm just going to drive to the nearest point. Actually, you know what we'll do? I'll just do it this way. Let's pretend it's refilling. Is it going to go that way? Yes. Okay, so it's pretending to refill right now. So then what it should theoretically do is it should go to the slurry tank and it'll have a wait point right there. And it should just wait there, and it may or may not drop down that thing. No, it doesn't do it. Okay. So if all else fails, I can manually lower this thing down and it should refill. Let's just see. Okay, well I can manually fill it as well. So let's just see what happens if I leave it down. Okay, it doesn't move itself back up. Is it going to get caught in something? No, it doesn't. So, thank goodness that sign, you could drive through it. Alright, so it's going back here. So, and then, is it going to go to the first point? Should just return, and then it should start, theoretically, fertilizing. So let's just do a little bit more fertilizing for a second here. Man, that looks cool. Okay, perfect. So I'm going to do one more test with this thing right down from the get-go without me having to lower it. So I'm going to pretend we're refilling one more time. And then it may refill automatically just because it's down, but I'm not sure. If this works, that's awesome. It's a bit, okay, yes, it did work. So if I keep it down, it's going to wait now at this point, is it? Oh, no, it won't. Okay. So it does refill by itself, but you have to have the arm down, so that's a bit gimmicky, but at least it works. So what I will do is I'll save this then. This will be F38 fertilizer, and this is 19.5 meters. There we go, perfect. So it actually does work with courseplay. You just kind of have to fiddle with it a little bit. So what the fiddling I had to do in that particular circumstance is the fact that I had to keep this arm down, so it would recognize that it has to refill, basically. So that was me snapping my fingers, in case you're wondering. Awesome, so we got that to work. Cool. So that means I can actually sell the other slurry tanker if we need to then. And we're back up to 3 pigs, so let's get this guy out of the way. He doesn't need to be here. I saw him sitting there, and I was like, yeah, I should move him. So I named this course. Oh, that should be northeast, not northwest. Huh. Apparently I can't, don't know my directions. That's terrible. There we go. Yeah, so I just left this guy here. He was going to go pick up some more pigs, but now that we can have pigs on, like we can automate our pig selling, which is really nice. So as soon as we get like 100, as soon as we get like over 100 pigs or a large number of pigs, we can just set this guy up and boom, he'll take a load, which is going to be nice. Which is really nice, actually. Perfect. So let's drop that down now. And where's our Kloss? He's just chilling out. Does anything need water? Our cows. That was the other thing we were thinking about doing. Oh yeah. I keep forgetting this thing doesn't have the manual ignition mod. So I just need to press forward and it'll start up, or hit enter and it'll turn itself off, or turn off. So let's give our pigs a little bit of water. And where's the water? Just up here a little bit. And that's not gonna work that well. I wish the author would have, you know, made it a bit straight here, so like I wouldn't have to. No, that helps if you're. So either maybe the area I had it selected on the tractor, not the truck, or that, not the tipper. So what I could theoretically do probably is, I think I might do it, only because the cows are so far away. Is how much did this cost me? Let's just double check here. This is kind of like a trying some things episode. Apparently that cost us 13, so we'll get 6 back. That was 8. It does hold milk as well, but we don't have any milk. Is this guy unloaded fully? Yes. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to sell this tipper, or this water trailer. And the reason why I want to sell it is because I want to get a. Whoa, that's cool. Look at that. I never noticed that before. That's really cool. You can turn it off. What is that? Lights, high beams, rear lights. Oh, I never noticed those ones before. Oh, there you go. What's this? Is this open up? Wow, that's pretty detailed actually. I had forgotten about some of this stuff. It does look pretty cool with the lights on, I have to admit. We don't need that on, the hazard lights. Oh, the front loader's in traffic. That's fine. You can just stay in traffic for now. So I'm going to sell this water trailer, and I'm going to switch over to a big tipper, or a big tanker truck, tanker trailer, only so I can just I'll record a courseplay course, and I'll have my semi take a trip down to the other farm and just unload there. And the reason for that is driving this down there every single time is a bit of a pain, and sometimes I'm using all the tractors as well, but I'm not always using the semi. So by me doing this, it eliminates the need for having to go all the way down there with this tractor, at least, or any other tractor for that matter. And the semi does drive a lot faster as well. So I have them set kind of slow, but that's because on uneven ground, that particular T800 Kenworth doesn't play very nice. All right, let's go sell this, and let's just see what else we got. All right, there we go. Let's just back this bad boy up here. Nice. And move that tractor away. Sell this. Yes. Do you want to sell that? Of course I want to sell it. And no. I had a momentary thought. I'm like, do I want to sell this tractor? There we go. Almost sold it. I was like, ooh, I could sell it. Then I was like, well, I kind of use it a lot, so that wouldn't have been a very good decision. One of those times where you're like, oh, that's a split decision there, and let's just decide to do that. And then you're like, after the fact, you're like, ooh, maybe I shouldn't have done that. So let's just return this tractor to, or from whence it came. Actually, that doesn't make any sense in that situation, because whence, I believe, means when, not where. But I'll have to look that one up, actually. I do that with students sometimes. I teach French people English. And I'll say old English things like that, like whence is an old English word, and I'll use them from time to time, and it really throws French speakers off. I don't mean to, it's just one of those things like I'll do from time to time for whatever reason, so. Just the way I am. Alright. I don't think we actually, I don't remember. Oh, the semi's in the way. Alright, I'm getting out of your way. Ford, go ahead. Sheesh. Let's hop back in the class here, and we're just going to move this class quantum. We're going to need it at some point anyways. It's like musical cars right now, jeez. Musical cars. Alright, there we go, finally. So we're going to move the class quantum out of the way so we can get to the tipper, so we can... actually, our cows are good, but we still need to move this out of the way at some point, so might as well do it now. There we go. It's funny, if you actually had a tractor with a sunroof like that, but it was this kind of high-tech tractor, most likely you would probably have air conditioning in your tractor as well, so it wouldn't be so hot. Just a guess. Hay season is always like the hottest time of the year when you have to do it anyway, so we actually don't need any of that. So let's go to tippers again. So we're actually getting a couple things this episode, and that's mainly because our pigs gave us so much money, but it's just preparing us basically. So eventually what will happen is we'll be able to get another field eventually. These are 100,000. And they hold 54,000 liters. But actually these ones don't work very well with the semi I have. Tried them before, doesn't work out very well. Kind of unfortunate. Where are we here? Yes. I love the way this thing looks. I feel I'm going to be in the way. Yep. It looks really cool. If it looks familiar, it's like, I think it uses the same texture, not the same texture, but the same style as some of the other water trailers, but it's all chrome, obviously. Another one of Duke's track trailers. So what I'm going to do is not jackknife the truck. Oh, you can drive through that? I didn't realize that. What I'm going to do is, let's just get right over here. So we're trying to use the semi as much as possible because it's like the oddball. We don't necessarily need to use it for everything. This should be close enough. Good. So let's just go midway. Let's just plan the route out a little bit. So I'll go down. Yeah, that should be fine. So we'll start recording the course here. And what I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to drive the course. So, nice cruising speed, nothing too crazy fast. And basically what we're going to do is going to drive this, and we're going to pretend as if we're picking up, let's say, barley or wheat or canola from our silo and dropping it off at a sell point. So what I'm doing right now should work perfectly fine for this scenario. So I'm going to actually head south, so just turn south down here like this. Perfect. And I'm just going at a slow speed just so I don't screw it up. That's what it really boils down to. Because I'm recording. If I weren't recording, I probably wouldn't worry about it too much, but in this scenario. And I don't think you actually go very fast along this route anyway, so. Alright, we can probably go a bit faster now. It's straight, so it should be okay. If I screw it up, well, I'll screw it up. So, I don't want to pass that car because it's not like, it's possible that there's going to be a car there, but it's not 100% chance. So, what Courseplay does is if it gets behind a car, I'll just stay behind the car basically. I think some of the new stuff, it does have pathfinding, so it will actually go around the car, I think, to a certain degree. But I don't know by how much. So, I just don't want to pass it and then have to deal with it anyways later down the road, because if you as soon as I pass that car, it'll always be in the Courseplay course, and I don't like going the opposite side of the road if I don't have to, is what it boils down to. Alright, here, so we're up to 3 pigs already since we started the episode. We sold all the pigs at the starting of the episode, and then now we're down to, where am I going? I need to go to field 27. I guess this is I'll do it this way. Turn here. Turn here. And the reason why, I didn't mean to do it that way, but this will work, I guess. It stays off the main road, I guess, to a certain extent. But it's at 27, and this is like the back way into 27, I guess. That's what it kind of boils down to. Alright, now let's turn this way. And this is like the longest way possible to this farm. Oh my goodness, I may have to re-record this at some point. No. Well, you gotta... Wow, really, car? Come on. I may have to re-record this just to make it more efficient because this is ridiculous. Oh, look, there's a milk truck. Alright, now we need to start heading north. That would go straight through town. We don't want to do that. And that's the other kind of problem with this this particular route, I suppose. This is really going all over the map. Holy cow. Well, if I ever want to take the scenic route, sheesh. Alright, so let's head up here. And the way I have Courseplay set up with this truck is I have it set to like a certain speed, just so when it gets to situations like this where it goes up hills and over bumps and stuff, it's not going to be too bad for it. It will just do it at a slow speed. Like, I'm going pretty fast over these things, but the difference is I'm controlling it, not the computer, so. There's probably a more efficient way of doing this. Probably, if I had chosen a better watering place, it might have worked a lot better. Alright, so can I turn left here? Looks like I can. Oh, there's our sheep. Let's take a quick peek while we're here. Skahof Schaffelding. Oh, this is a kind of a cool little... L, by the way, is for... I think they just mean press L. I think that's what it's supposed to mean. Oh, this is a kind of a cool little sheep area. Wool is in here, so it has the wool pallet collector apparently. Right there. Well, that's kind of cool. So it comes in here, and I guess it gets pops out here. Grass storage, and you can store grass here too. Cool. That's pretty cool. And what's that for? Hay bales? Oh, sweet. Nice. Man, this map's detailed. Like, this is I've been playing this map for so long now, and I still find new stuff every now and then. That's how detailed this map is. It's fantastic. Alright, so now we need to be a bit careful here because this is a bit of a tighter turn, so let's just take a bit of a wide turn. There we go, that's better. And can't go that way. Not going that way. Nope. Can we turn here? Yes. Oh man, this is like the most ridiculous way possible of going to this farm. It really is. What's this? This is another place, I guess, where we can store things. Apparently it gets the milk from right here. Oh, that's kind of interesting. Alright. Now, where is that watering place for the cows? I think it's back there. I can't believe this is still recording the course. Oh my goodness. This really is going to be the longest way possible to get somewhere. So, do a little turn here, turn here. Where the heck is it? I know I saw it around here. And I know it's here. Just need to find it, apparently. Alright, let's just pause the course for a quick second and find it. Or else we really will go all over the place. Where is it? No. Is it up this way? No. I'm pretty sure it's this farm, too. Let's go down here quickly here. Is it down here? Nope. There it is right there. Jeez. Crazy. Alright. Let's turn around once again. BGA Schweinmast. Nope. Alright, where does that go? I need to figure out where the last point was now. Oh, jeez. Oh, apparently it's the other way around. Okay, good. It's somewhere up here. Let's just see how far up here it is. Oh, there it is, way up there. Alright. Perfect. Jeez, man. So let's take a little bit of a turn down here. Nice wide turn. Once again. And the water was over here. Like so. And the only reason I'm doing it this way, actually, is... The reason why I'm doing it this way as opposed to another way is just because it allows me to send the truck down there without me focusing on it, and then the truck will come back. That's the main reason why. If I just let it loose, if I didn't, if I just send it down there without bringing it back, it would be a little annoying because then I have to bring it back every time. So by doing it this way, I probably will re-record the course off camera, I think, just because this is a very ridiculous route, but it gets the job done, I suppose. And it stops close to my farm too, which is a nice part. So I could have started it somewhere else, which might have made the course a bit better to run. And I'll have to find a better place for that, but this will at least work. Alright, so bring this back to the farm. Luckily there's no traffic on these roads too. That would have been really painful if there were if there was traffic on these roads. Because then it'd be like, hey look, there's a car. And then it would get stuck like every 5 minutes or something. Okay, so need to pay attention. So we're back at our farm, finally. And where are we here? Where is that bridge? I believe it's in the back here. Like so. Nice wide turn. Don't hit anything. There she be. So let's just line it up nicely here. I'm kind of going a little close, but I don't want to that. So let's just say give water cows. I don't know. And it should... I wondered about that. So it's not going to work the way I want it to at all. Oh, that sucks. It's the wrong trailer. So I guess it just doesn't recognize it as a... because this will work, but I don't think it'll pick up water. Yeah, this is just transfer. That's unfortunate. So I may have to figure that one out. Oh man, you guys are getting in the way today. Look at this, back and forth the whole time. Alright, there you go, boys. Alright, so what I will do between this episode and the next is I will collect this straw, and then we'll come back when we have to fertilize with this bad boy right here, because I want to show that to you guys, because it looks like it's going to be pretty cool. Not gonna lie to you. And you can hook up the pipe there too. Surprise, you can hook the pipe up there too. Yeah. The one thing I don't like is walking with this pipe is just a little silly. Like, it's easier to walk backwards than forwards. I don't know why. Like, I kind of like... So, there you go. Can hook it up to that side too, which is pretty cool. And I can just throw it back up in here. There. Nice. Okay, stop the episode there. I'll come. Next time we'll come back and we'll take care of this field, and I'll show you what it looks like with that slurry spreader. All right. My name's Ian Robson. This has been Farming Simulator 2013, and we're playing on the Bayern farm. Catch you guys later.